Conservatives' campaign pledge is, in the words of Pensions Minister Laura Trott, to make sure the state pension never crosses the income tax threshold. Will this policy do that? Well, in short, yes. These dotted lines here show the current income tax threshold and how it's changed over time. The one in black's the current one. You start paying tax on income over £12,500. And with the newer state pension on track to rise beyond that by 2027, the proposed new threshold will ensure you don't pay income tax on your state pension. However, it's important to point out this situation is a result of Conservative policies, and this pledge just reverses a change brought in by the Tories. The higher tax threshold for pensioners in place under the Labour government was scrapped by George Osborne in 2016. Now, according to the Treasury Secretary, again, by next year, this is a tax cut of around £100 for 8 million pensioners. Well, let's take a look at that. There's over 3 million people receiving the new state pension here in orange, and in blue, around 9 million people on the older state pension who receive considerably less. As you can see, no one living on the old state pension alone will have got anywhere near close to paying tax on it next year. The immediate tax benefit only really applies to younger pensioners with additional income on top of their state pension. While poorer pensioners don't lose out under this proposal, it looks likely they'll see little, if any, financial benefit. The Conservatives say the pledge will cost £2.4 billion by the end of the next Parliament, funded by a clampdown on tax avoidance. Now, there are some question marks about the feasibility of that, but worth pointing out Labour are claiming they'll also raise similar amounts from targeting tax dodgers. Laura Trott goes on to tell pensioners, choose the Conservatives with a clear plan, taking bold action to secure your future. Now, you could argue £100 a year rising to £275 by the end of the next Parliament isn't exactly life-changing amounts of money, but every little helps. What this statement ignores is the colossal pensions challenge facing whoever's in government next. Pension spending exceeds the budgets for education, Home Office and defence combined. And it's only going to get more expensive, unaffordably so, in the coming years as the working age population shrinks and retirees continue to live longer. No solution is pleasant. Increasing the pension age well beyond the current proposal of 67, increasing taxation for all of us, or reducing the amount of money pensioners receive. So while we may hear some more short-term tweaks to pension policies on the campaign trail, the long-term fixes are probably far too politically toxic to get a mention in the run-up to an election.